What's up guys, it's ZaraHarley. This video probably won't be too long because I don't really have a whole lot to say, but the topic is something I think is something, it's not really discussed, it's something I had to research, but I really wasn't able to find much information on it. But I think it's something that's useful for every trans person to know. And what I found wasn't from any scholarly websites. It was basically just on message boards of older trans people who are who have had all their surgeries, whatever they're gonna do, and are now just living their life as men and women. And yeah, the topic is basically if you're a trans woman, are you ever going to need to see a gynecologist? And if you're a trans man, are you ever going to need to see a urologist? And the answer is yes. For both, of course, they can't do as much for you as they can for a cis person. Like, a gynecologist can do a lot more for a biological female than a trans woman, and vice versa with a urologist and trans men. And also, if you're watching this video, you know something that I miss, you can definitely leave a comment and just kind of, well, teach me and teach everyone else, because I think it's pretty interesting. And it's something that we will need to know later on down the road. So, I did the research for this myself. So, again, if I miss something, you can add to it by leaving a comment. Trans women and gynos. Gynecologist. In case you don't know the short form, whatever. Obviously, they can't do as much for us as for a biological female because we have no uterus, etc. But they can check for cancers, they can check for infections, they can do pap smears, urine samples. So, it is useful for us to see a gynecologist after our transition, and well, after SRS and everything is done with. So yeah, I mean, that's really all I could find, but again, it's useful to know. If I hadn't made this video now, you probably would have been searching for this yourself a few years down the road after your own SRS, and when you're in older age, maybe. And with trans men, it's basically the same, except from one site I see here that it's probably better, if you want to see a urologist, it's probably better for you to see a pediatric urologist, so like a children's urologist. Because it says here that they would know how to, would have more experience with working on phalluses similar in size to what would be, to what you would end up with. Yeah, so it would be recommended that you see a pediatric urologist. But like if you aren't happy with the size of your penis or anything, then I guess you can go there to get prescriptions from them. You can probably do that with a normal doctor too, but whatever. And same thing. If I hadn't told you this now, you'd probably be searching for it later on. So it's just useful to know. And that's really all I can say about it. I couldn't find too much, so I figured this is something that wasn't really known and talked about in the trans community. So here I am doing this video for just a little tidbit of knowledge for you guys. And again, if you have anything to add that I missed that you know that I don't, then leave a comment and call me dumb because I didn't know that. So yeah, this is ZaraHarley. Yeah.